So today we are breaking down the 5 common ways wealthy people lose their money, explained by an experienced wealth manager. A lot of people think that winning the money or inheriting is the most important part of life, but it is just as important as maintaining it. So today we are breaking down the 5 most common ways people destroy their wealth and how to avoid it. The first way, a bad marriage. I've seen so many intelligent business guys doing this mistake. Suddenly, you get your big first payday or you inherit a large sum of money from your parents. Then, out of nowhere, the hot girl from college or the hot girl from the parties starts showing love to you. You can't believe that such a beautiful girl is into you and she actually wants to marry you. So, you get married. And 3 years later, she doesn't feel the same. She starts thinking that hot guy from work is better than you, and now she wants a divorce with half your money and your kids. The same thing happened with women. You get your first big payday or inherit a large sum of money, and suddenly you marry the hot rockstar guy from school. I actually seen this at the bank. A guy that accumulated so much debt and then left the country and left his wife, and his wife couldn't use the bank because all the debts were shared, and she was left alone with her daughter, and they couldn't use the bank because of this guy. This is why really wealthy and intelligent families, they value people who can truly compromise and that share the same values of their house more than anything else when someone wants to join the family, because they know that this protects your money, your dreams, and most importantly, the education and future of your kids. That's going to be the legacy of the family. Also, another way to have a bad marriage is being the wrong person in the marriage. Come on, boys. I don't know how there are still so many guys who literally sign a contract of fidelity, have a big wedding, and then cheat, fully knowing the serious commitment they just made. It's like working on your business 10 years and then lose half of everything because you couldn't keep your word. If you can be faithful, don't enter a relationship, and especially don't get married. Playing with people has no good consequences. Second way, drugs, alcohol, and extreme reckless lifestyle. Do you know this guy, Conor Murphy? Rest in peace. He got like 2 million subscribers. He was really fit. He was really good looking. He had money. He just went to Thailand after that and started doing drugs. He committed suicide at 32. He had it all. He had the looks, he had the money, he had the fame. But most importantly than that is to have the sobriety to handle the money. If you're a slave to your pleasure, you cannot really enjoy life. If you have too much resources and you are a slave to your pleasures, you are just gonna overshoot. Also, the Call of Duty video game co-creator, he just died doing reckless driving in his Ferrari. Remember, risk and physics, they still exist. Third reason, lending money to family and friends. I don't know why every guy that makes a big payday or inherit a large sum of money, they suddenly have always a brother or a cousin that wants to put a restaurant. 50K rent, 50K expenses, no experience at marketing, zero revenue. In 10 months, that's just 1 million gone. That's why you always have to invest in only what you know. Never trust your brother or a friend in a business that they have no proven track record. If they want to get into the game, they have to learn. So you can teach them first. And if they really need the money, you can look at it and maybe give them as a gift. Lending money to an experienced person usually is going to end in losing the money and also ending the relationship. For reason, spending too much. Look at the big names like Lady Gaga or 50 Cent. They made hundreds of millions of dollars but still face serious financial problems because of uncontrolled spending. 50 Cent, for example, filed for bankruptcy at 2015. They think, I'm too famous to go broke. In the marketplace, there are no limiting prices and people are ready to take all your money. They can sell you expensive cars, watches, houses, jets, and parties. The smart move is simple. Always review your numbers, maintain a strict budget, and ideally only spend the interest over your capital. The fifth way, investing wrong. When I entered this business, I usually look for old clients that had lost a lot of money to learn about their mistakes. One guy told me, I just listened to a stockbroker and he told me, do this, do that. I didn't know him too well, but I just put like all my money and then went to Disney. The guy told me that when he came after his vacation, he had lost $2 million for listening to this guy advice. Also, there were clients risking 50 times what they had, and they had a lot already to only get crushed by the market. If you don't know how to invest, don't invest. Just look for someone that has experience and that can help you. Always trade with someone that has real experience and that can show you their track record with invoices and Excels. If you don't have a trusted advisor, feel free to send me an email. Now, the correct way that I see the best clients doing it. Real professionals, they marry good people who can truly compromise and that share the same values. They live balanced life and they still love the game. From Monday to Friday, they are still working to push for bigger objectives and also to serve others. On the weekends, they enjoy themselves, but in a healthy way, never destructively. They are careful with money, they rarely lend money to family. If they help, it's usually a small amount or by teaching them how to generate income. They always keep a strict budget, protect their most important expense that is their life and their legacy, and work with a competent, experienced wealth manager who has a proven track record. This is the way that keeps them happy, constantly growing, and in equilibrium. Remember, always doing the right things consistently will keep you in a healthy and happy state for all your life. And the real professionals, they do it this way. They know what are the good habits of a good life, and they are still doing it every day until they die. And that's the way the real pros play the game. See you guys in the next video. You can subscribe to my Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm gonna share more content about this and more. See ya.